Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. Santhosh, sir.
Very good afternoon, sir. Very good afternoon.
Sir, from the Department of CSC, Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, we heartily welcome you to this faculty development program, sir. First of all, let us convey our thanks and regards to you. Despite of your busy schedule, you spend your valuable time for us to share your knowledge to our participants. So before diving into the session, let me take the privilege to introduce you, sir. It is my great honor to introduce Dr. Santhosh Krishna PV. Dr. Santhosh Krishna is working as Senior Assistant Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering at New Horizon College of Engineering, Bangalore. He received his doctoral degree from Anna University, a state government university in Tamil Nadu, India, in the area of biomedical image processing. He has 11 years of experience in teaching and research. He has authored 9 textbooks in the area of communication and networking. He has published around 25 papers in Scopus, science-indexed journals, and conferences. He is an active reviewer in many reputed science-indexed journals. His area of interest includes medical image processing, communication network, and security. Really, we are glad to have such an eminent personality as a resource person in this faculty development program, sir. Sir, we request you to share
Thank
some insights on artificial intelligence, just like definition, applications, problems, and solutions, sir. Now the platform is yours,
thank
sir.
you. Thank you, sir. Thanks for the introduction, sir, and the opportunity as well. I'll share my screen. Is PPT is visible, sir?
Yes, sir, it is visible, but it is not in presentation mode, sir.
You know, see my screen is flowing, sir.
Yes, sir, your screen is visible, sir.
Yes, sir. Can I start, sir?
Yes, sir. Sir, can you make this to present mode, sir? Here in the PowerPoint itself only.
Okay, sir. Fine. That I can do it. That I can do it. Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That I can do it. No problem. Fine, sir. Can I
Yes,
start,
sir.
sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I thank for the opportunity of Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women for giving me an opportunity to present a short presentation on artificial intelligence, its definition, applications, problems, and solutions. So the contents for today. First, let me talk on definition of artificial intelligence. Then let me discuss about few applications and problems and solutions. First, let me talk about what is artificial intelligence is. So we have seen such movies like Wall-E, I, Robot, Transport, and many such movies where there is some artificial intelligence as the main theme of the movies. Now, what is artificial intelligence? Power of a machine to copy intelligent. There is some disturbance. Yes, am I audible, sir?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
You're
Yes.
audible, please, sir.
Yes. So, what is artificial intelligence? It is a power of a machine to copy intelligent human behavior. Humans are always intelligent. So we are making machines to become more intelligent than us, but we are the one who are making them the artificial intelligence as. So right, there is no clear consensus on the definition of AI. We do not know what is the exact definition of AI still, but John McCarthy has coined the first phrase as AI in 1956. So what is the definition of AI? First, to describe what is AI, I need to know what is artificial intelligence is. It is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially intelligent computer programs. We do computer programs, intelligent computer programs, and relate it with the human task. So we understand the human cognitive behavior. Based on the human cognitive behavior, we do program the machines to do the same as what the humans will do. But what is intelligence? Intelligence is the computational part of the ability to achieve the goals in the world. Whatever goal, for example, if I need to cross a road, I need to decide whether the vehicles will be passing, I can able to cross the road on time. If there are any vehicles which are moving from a distance, will hit me or not before crossing the road. So this is called as intelligence. That intelligence is computational part of the ability to achieve certain goals in the world. Varying kinds of degrees and intelligence occur in people, even in many animals and some machines. So, what is the solid definition of artificial intelligence? There is no solid definition for artificial intelligence. The problem is that we cannot yet categorize in general what kind of computational procedures we want to call as intelligent. So, we are not very clear what is intelligent is. We understand some of the mechanisms of intelligence and not others. So, what are the views of AI? AI falls into four categories, like think humanly, think rationally, act humanly, act rationally. What does this think humanly, think rationally, act rationally means? I'll give a small example. Like we are now about to cross a road. So some people will cross the road confidently and some people don't. Which because why? Because when we cross the road, we may think that the vehicles will move faster and will may hit us, and so we'll wait till the road is clear. And certain people will think that no, the vehicles will not hit me. I'm ready to be able to calculate the time of the vehicles coming and we are walking speed. So what is artificial machines do is they'll calculate the speed of the humans who are walking down and the and that vehicle.
Sir, you are muted, sir. Sorry. So please unmute yourselves. Sir, your mic was muted, sir. Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, now you are
This
audible, sir.
is yes, sir. So we have
Thank you, sir.
discussed just about what is AI definition is. So AI definition, sir, we don't have certain definition for AI still because we do not know what is intelligent completely. We don't understand what is intelligence is completely. So there are four categories of AI which will fall into four categories like think humanly, think rationally, act humanly, and act rationally. Which means that as humans, we do think some way and we do act in some other way. For example, if suppose I'm crossing a road, I'll be calculating my speed of walking and then the speed the vehicles are approaching. Accordingly, I'll take some decision whether to wait or to walk. Whereas machines will think rationally and will act rationally. If I am deploying a robot, which is artificial intelligent robot, the robot will be able to calculate the speed of the walking of the human and the vehicles which are approaching. Based on that, it can take some decision. So here it is like think humanly, think rationally, act humanly, and act rationally. So modern AI focuses on the last definition, like success is judged by how well the agent performs, how good the performance is. Like machine learning, we do train the machines with various sort of inputs so that they can able to do the process in very accurate way. While the machine learning and artificial intelligence has boomed into so much existence in these days, is we have a lot of data. Whether it may be a structured data or unstructured data, we have a lot of data to train the machines. So that with that able to training, we are able to achieve more success rate. What is the working definition of artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is the study of how to make computers do things that people are better or it would be better at it. Humans are always good in doing things intelligently, but when we, as humans, we do have certain limitations, like we lose make some mistakes. But when we do able to train the machines with sort of intelligent algorithms, then the machines will be able to do it without with less number of mistakes or not make many mistakes at all. So what are the disciplines which are important to AI? First one, it comes to philosophy, where we will discuss about logic, methods of reasoning, mind as physical system, foundations of learning, language, and rationality. So second will comes into mathematics, because mathematics play a very major role in writing the formulas and accordingly writing the programs. So formal representation and proof algorithms, computational and probability, and economics, where we'll discuss about utility, decision theory, and neuroscience. As we know, artificial intelligence, the basis artificial intelligence neural networks. So neurons as plays a very important role in processing the information. And last one is cognitive science and psychology. Here it will calculate how do people behave. For example, if there is an accident, how people will react to a particular accident. Same way, the machine should be able to behave with. So psychology and cognitive science is very important when we make some humanoid robots. And like talking about computer engineering and control theory, linguistics, these are the various techniques, whereas branches where we need to concentrate more on. Sorry, sir. Okay. There
Sir,
are
please
various
carry on.
branches of. Yes, sir. Sorry. Sir. Okay. So various branches like computer engineering, control theory, and linguistics play a very major role to build up computer programs which are extremely fast. Now from CPUs we are moved to GPUs because we have so much of data to process, and knowledge representation, grammar, all these things in linguistics. So we can see that in every field we are implementing AI because we have so much of data to process. So from philosophy to linguistics, we play a major role, whereas this computer engineering mathematics play a very major role in developing the algorithms and formulas which are required for processing the artificial intelligent machines. So this is an artificial intelligent tree where we can observe that from A to P, we have certain like psycholinguistics, social linguistics, computational linguistics, and logics, robotics, image processing, pattern recognition, management, mathematical problems, biology. All these things play a major role, which are the roots of artificial intelligence. Whereas with these roots, we can able to enjoy computer vision, intelligent tutoring, expert systems, natural language processing, genetic algorithms, speech, automatic programming, machine, robotics, gaming, puzzle logic. All these are roots which we enjoy with these roots like philosophy, logics, robotics, image processing, pattern recognition, and biology. So here we can see that four major departments are involved. Like in the ground level, we have psychology, philosophy, electrical engineering, and management. The top level of roots, we have linguistics and computer science, which we are acting as the roots for developing an artificial intelligence tree, where we are having sufficient number of applications, and the area is progressing like something like we are getting n number of applications day by day, which makes life easier. So what are the problems of AI? AI majorly we have five problems. One is gameplay, theorem proving, common sense reasoning, and perception, vision and mission, and natural language understanding. So these are the five major areas where AI is facing a number of difficulties, where many algorithms are being developed to satisfy the AI problems. So what are the tasks in AI domain? AI domain tasks are classifying into three types. One is expert task, second one is mundane task, third one is formal task. As we can see that expert tasks involves financial analysis, engineering, scientific analysis, and medical diagnosis. And mundane task involves perception, common sense, reasoning, and natural language processing. And formal tasks involve maths and science games, which means that here, which task is more difficult? Can some audience tell me which task is really difficult to make programming, or which task is difficult, either mundane task or expert task or formal task? Which task is very difficult to program or to do some coding? Can somebody tell me if I'm deploying and if I'm making a humanoid robot, which task in this one is difficult? Expert task, mundane task, or formal task?
Mundane task, sir.
Yes, very good. It is mundane task. The reason is we need to do the perception, common sense, reasoning, natural language processing. You can see here in the beginning when they have started with the artificial intelligence, they classified like mundane tasks will be easier to do since it is only perception, common sense, and reasoning. But later on, when they started doing the programming, then they have understood that humans started learning tasks from their birth. Humans learn mundane tasks, that is, ordinary tasks since their birth. They learn by perception, speaking, using language, and locomotives. They learn the formal task and expert tasks later in that order. So, in order to do any task, these perception, speaking, language using, and locomotives are very important role. That is the reason why mundane tasks are very difficult. Humans are perfect in these things, whereas machines are finding difficult. Still, we have so much of research to do in this mundane tasks, where perception, common sense, reasoning, and natural language processing is a very wide area in artificial intelligence where we can do a lot of research so that we can find some solutions for the problems. Whereas this expert task, which will have financial analysis, engineering, scientific analysis, medical diagnosis, since we have the data with us, we are able to do this analysis expert task in an easier way. And formal task as well. When we know the formulas, we can able to do the formal task, gamings as well, to be able to do it. Whereas the mundane task is very, very difficult thing. For humans, the mundane tasks are very easiest to learn. We learn easily how to ride a scooter or bike. The same was considered true before implementing the mundane task in machines. But earlier, when all the AI works were started, then the mundane task become the very difficult one comparing to the other two tasks, formal task and the. And what are the applications of AI? AI has very dominant applications in various fields such as gaming, natural language processing, expert systems, vision systems, speech recognition, handwriting recognition, and intelligent robots. So various types of applications which are includes first one gaming. AI plays a very crucial role in planning games like chess, poker, tic-tac-toe, etc., where machines can think a large number of possible positions based on heuristic knowledge. Though, see, we play chess game in our computers and mobile phones. So, when we are able to defeat the computer, which means that we are more stronger than the computer, where they will be programming the computer in such a way that there will be so many levels of understanding. So, in such similar way, how humans will think. For example, if I'm moving a particular pawn in that chess, in that case, what humans will move? How humans will be moving the next pawn. Accordingly, that's to plan the artificial intelligent robot. Next one, natural language processing. We have n number of languages which are countless. Languages are there. So when it is only English, we'll be able to teach the robot how to talk, how to understand. Whereas humans are speaking a number of languages. These natural languages to make the machines to understand is really a very big task. That is why this natural language processing comes under the mundane task. Next one is expert systems, where there are some applications which will integrate machine software and special information to impart reasoning and advising, where they provide explanation and advice to users. For example, when we are able to purchase some component in Amazon or Flipkart, we are able to get some suggestions based on how they are getting some suggestions. These expert systems will able to integrate the software and the reasoning as well, which means when humans are able to purchase a certain component or a certain gadget, they'll be able to purchase one more thing, which may they may require. Like expert systems are developed like bots and vision systems where these systems will be able to understand, interpret, and comprehend visual input on the computer. For example, a spying aeroplane can able to take photographs which are used to figure out the spatial information or map of certain areas. And doctors as well use this clinical expert systems to diagnose the patients. There are many algorithms and automated systems which are useful for the doctors to diagnose some certain diseases using the artificial intelligence and the machine learning programming. So we, the engineers, deploy so many algorithms, develop so many algorithms to make things which are more easier. And policeman uses computer software that can recognize the face of a criminal with a stored portrait made by forensic artists. It is like matching that face recognition. Next one, speech recognition, where some intelligence systems are capable of hearing and comprehending the language in terms of sentences and their meanings while a human talks. For example, your Alexa or Google's talk. And then we have some handwriting recognition, where the handwriting recognition software can able to read, write whatever text is being written, that pen or that can be easily able to recognize, and intelligent robots. Robots are able to perform the tasks given by human. They have some sensors which are detect physical data with the real world data. For example, here I can connect this intelligent robots with artificial intelligence and the machine learning with the IoT. For example, if I need to set some temperature, for example, now I'm going to implement an IoT where I have an AC and a fan in a room where I'll use fan for some time, I'll use AC for some other time, which depending upon the outside temperature. So if I'm able to deploy a IoT device, like it can able to sense what is the temperature outside, and accordingly that AC and fan able to communicate with themselves and switch on and switch off accordingly, you'll be able to make that things very easier. And if I need to set the temperature, for example, daily, if I'm keeping temperature 24, the machine should be able to understand. And when I enter into the room, the machine should be able to automatically adjust the temperature to 24 degree at certain time. So all these things are a part of the intelligent robots. Like making the intelligent robots need multiple sensors, huge memory to exhibit more intelligence. In addition, they are able to learn their mistakes, which they can adapt to the new environment. And what are the requirements of AI problems and solutions techniques? AI problems and solution techniques, understanding assumption about intelligence, techniques for solving AI problems, level to model human intelligence, and criteria for success. First, let me talk about the understanding the assumption about intelligence. When we are creating some algorithms, formulas are required. So here in this case, there are so many assumptions to be required. These assumptions can be made like physical symbol system can be there. In that, there may be alphabets, expressions, words, sentences, and all the process can be given inside so that we will be able to program what are the assumptions required. Second one, what are the techniques for solving the AI problems? Artificial intelligence research during the last 3 decades has concluded that intelligence requires knowledge. To compensate overwhelming quality, we have some. It is we have so much of huge data, and it is difficult to characterize the data correctly. So because data is completely of unstructured data, those data should be converted to structured data, and it is constantly varying. And it differs from the data being organized in a way that corresponds to its application. So based upon each and every application, we need to structure the data, and it is really complicated problems. And what are the techniques for solving AI problems? There are three important techniques. One is search mechanism. Second one is use of knowledge. Third one is abstraction. First one is search mechanism, where the technique will provide a way of solving problems for more where there is no direct approaches available. For example, if I need to solve a particular theorem, I have a direct method to solve it. I need not go with any search mechanisms. Whereas if I need to find out a solution for a problem, in that case, I need to go with a search mechanism where how to solve the particular theorem, how to solve a particular answer. There, I need to implement the search mechanism. Second one, use of knowledge. Like this technique will provide a way of solving a complex problem by exploiting structures that are involved. For example, if I need to solve a particular theorem, how to split that theorem into 2 or 3 parts and solve individually and then combine it together. For that, I need to have some sort of knowledge. And abstraction, here this technique will provide a way of separating important features and variations from many unimportant ones. For example, if I need to do the face recognition, in that case, I need to eliminate the objects which are other than the face. For example, if I have certain objects other than the faces, those I need to implement some abstraction process where only the face images will be there, all other images will be filtered out. These are the three methods which are important for the AI techniques. And what is the level of the model? What is our goal in trying to produce programs that do the intelligent things that people do? Are we trying to produce programs that do the task the same way that people do? Or are we trying to produce programs that simply do the task the easiest way that is possible? For example, if I'm asking a person to get down from the third floor to first floor, or ground floor, you may climb the stairs or you may come in the lift. Okay. But if I'm asking the same thing to do with the machine must be able to know whether to go with the lift or go with the stairs. It should not jump from the building to come to the ground floor. That what is our goal? We should be very clear in designing. When we design any program, when we do any program or model, we should be very clear with what is our goal, what the robot need to be done, and what are the criteria for success. How to know that we have succeeded, or how will we know that we have constructed a machine that is intelligent, or how do we judge whatever we have done is perfect? This is really a very hard question. This is like asking a machine what is intelligence is. In 1950, Alan Turing has proposed a method to evaluate, to test whether the machine is intelligent or not. This method is called as Turing test. With a small test, I'll close my session. What is this intelligence? The Alan Turing test is we have a machine. This machine can be described as a thinking machine if it passes the Alan Turing test. If a human agent is engaged in two isolated dialogue, for example, in one side a human is sitting, the other side a human and a machine is there. The humans should able to the human should able to guess whether the message which is given from the other side is from the human or from the machine. If we cannot guess whether the messages come from the machine or from the human, in that case, the algorithm what you have done is passed. Otherwise, if a person can able to guess that this messages come from the machine or this messages come from the humans, in that case, whatever algorithm, whatever we have done is completely a non-intelligence. So what is Alan Turing test? It is very simple. When we are connected with a machine and the humans, when the humans can able to guess whether whatever message we are received from a machine or a human, then a machine is not intelligence. If we cannot able to guess whether a messages came from the machine or a human, then whatever algorithm we have built is an intelligent algorithm. That is why human communicates with the computer with a teletype. If a human can't tell the talking is a computer to another human, it passes. For this, there are like natural language processing, knowledge representation, automated reasoning, machine learning. All these skill sets should be there for an intelligent machine. And vision and robotics also should be added to complete the Alan Turing test. With this, I'm closing my session because since only half an hour is there given for me. I'm closing the session. And the complete discussion about the artificial intelligence is available in my YouTube channel. Those who are interested, you can just go through. I'll pass the slides. Still, I have some slides for the artificial intelligence. You can see. I'll share complete slides with the organizer. You can collect these slides from them and make use of this. Yes, sir. I'm done, sir. If any doubts, you can ask me now.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Dear participants, if you have any queries, please unmute yourself and you can ask. Those participants who have any queries or doubts, you can unmute yourself.
I need to capture so many things since time limitation was less.
Yes, sir. Anyways, I hope it is a very much clear presentation, sir. You gave in the beginning, you mentioned the definition, applications, and problems. I don't know why you mentioned that word definition, because everyone knows the definition. But later I came to know why you mentioned that definition, because in the definition you specifically mention how differently you are focusing with what is an artificial intelligence and how an artificial intelligence can be defined. So you mentioned in a clear cut and mainly you focused with views of artificial intelligence. That means think humanly, think rationally, act humanly, and act rationally. So really, they are very much focusing objectives in artificial intelligence. And
Thank you, sir.
moreover, the artificial intelligence tree that you mentioned from A to P, you categorized them with four categories. So that is also very much interesting, sir, because that tree itself
Thank you.
indicates what are the major objectives in artificial intelligence. So really, you make the session interactive with AI, different tasks like expert task, mundane tasks, and formal tasks, and you ask which task is easier and tough. So then you make the session more interactive and also. So really, we are glad to have such a person in this faculty development program. So from
Thank you, sir.
the Department of CSC, Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, we convey our thanks and regards to you, sir. In your busy
Thanks for the
schedule,
opportunity.
you accepted our invitation, and based on your time slot, you fix your time slot and you spend your valuable time for our participants. I hope the same repo will continue with our college association, sir.
Sure, sure,
Uh,
sure, sir, sure,
we
sir.
are grateful to you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the
Thank
opportunity.
you, Dr.
Thank you.
Santhosh. I think most probably we'll collaborate in future also.
Sure, sir, sure, sir, sure. We'll do it, sir. We'll do it, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, definitely. Sir. Thank you, sir.
Have a nice day, sir, Santhosh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.